Okay, joining us now, the Hill's Joe Concha. It's great to see you, Joe. Okay, this new task force, headed by the vice president to fight online harassment, it appears that nobody in the White House really knows what it's going to do specifically.
Yeah, you saw the press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre. It's like the first time she heard about it during the press briefing, right? But look, Kamala Harris has done a stellar job, we can all agree, in solving the border crisis and the root causes of migration. So, of course, we should give her more responsibility. I mean, this is a juggernaut of a problem solver. We need to get more involved for the good of the country. All right, opposite day. It's opposite day, Elizabeth. I'll leave it there. But putting Kamala Harris in charge of anything regarding truth-telling is like Michael Avenatti teaching an ethics class, all right? So I guess we could call her big sister now. But again, on the truth front, this is the same person in Harris as a presidential candidate who compared ICE agents to the KKK. That was a lie. The same person who said she sued ExxonMobil as California Attorney General. Lie. The same person who said that the majority of women are minimum wage workers. That's a lie. I can go on, but we have a happy hour to get to, so I'll leave it here. It bears repeating that when the government starts getting involved in what is and what is not truth, it's only going to be weaponized to smear and to defame the opposition or their ideas that don't conform to theirs. Enough of this already.
Okay, let's watch the vice president and watch the press secretary on this. Watch.
Well, the internet is an essential part of life in the 21st century. Can't get around it. Can't get around without it.
The online policy task force that the vice president's leading, we were told that it's going to be different from the Disinformation Governance Board. Could you clear up the disinformation charge?
So I would need to talk to her team. I was not on the background call, so that specific language that you're providing to me, I would just have to check in with her.
All right, well, by the way, do we really need it when social media already has thousands of workers on this?
Oh, that's a great point, right? So but let's get the government involved, because you could trust the government that they're going to do everything for the good of their people. Look, given all the crises hitting this country, Mac, I mean, which are all self-inflicted wounds, by the way, we don't need the Orwellian wing to reopen again. Because you consider that inflation's at a 40-year high, gas prices all-time high, skyrocketing crime, record numbers of police officers retiring or resigning, the aforementioned border anything but secure. One would think, that battling so-called disinformation and having a person who's allergic to the truth running it would not be made one of the top priorities of this administration. But here we are, and it's why they're polling as poorly as they are.
I mean, she's got more than a half dozen jobs, including the border, which she went to El Paso. She's never been physically right there at the border. And the other thing, too, is, Joe, some fear this is a recycled version of the recent Homeland Security Disinformation Board. It was basically put on pause after just 3 weeks due to widespread backlash. There's also this. Glenn Greenwald is bringing this up. He's asking if there are fears inside big tech that Congress's legislation will cause, that will hurt big tech, that it's going to cause big tech to do this surveillance on the part of Democrats. Watch this.
But the reality is the whole time the Democrats have been threatening big tech in exactly the way you just heard. If you don't censor in accordance with what we want, we are going to impose regulatory and legal reprisals on you. This is coming from the government and not really emanating from big tech.
What do you think, Joe? That's quite a heavy charge.
It is. And again, Glenn Greenwald's not going to be invited to, CPAC anytime soon. He more comes from the left than the right, and he sees the danger in all of this. Just in the end, we saw it, during the last election season. We're going to be coming up on another presidential election season soon next year. The censoring of the Hunter Biden story being chief among what social media had done to try to alter and impact the election. And now the government saying, ooh, we want a piece of that, too. It's a whole bowl of wrong, Elizabeth, and the American people know it. Rebrand this all you want. We all know what this is.
Joe Concha, great to have you back on again. Come back soon. It's good to see you. Have a good weekend.